Why you keep giving second chances to the same person who hurts you. You already know how this ends. You know it before it even starts again. The apology, the promise, the soft voice that sounds so sure this time will be different, and you take it again. Not because you're weak, not because you're stupid, because something in you believes that if you just try hard enough, love hard enough, understand hard enough, this time will be the exception. It won't be, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why you keep doing this, what it's actually costing you, and what to do instead. Not theory, not just leave. Real steps you can use today. Let's start with the truth nobody tells you. Giving someone endless chances isn't love. It's a habit your brain built to keep you safe. Not safe from them. Safe from the pain of admitting you were wrong about them in the first place. Think about it. If you finally admit this person isn't going to change, you have to face something bigger than the breakup. You have to face all the time you already gave them, all the versions of yourself you shrank to keep them happy, all the warnings you ignored from friends, from your gut, from the little voice that whispered this again every single time. Walking away doesn't just mean losing them. It means losing the story you told yourself about who they were and who you were for staying. So your mind does something clever. It rewrites the story instead of ending it. It says, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I pushed them to react that way. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe this time really is different. That's not naivety. That's your brain protecting you from grief by delaying it. Grief is heavy, hope is light, so you keep reaching for hope even when the evidence is stacked against you. Here's the part that stings. The more chances you give, the harder the next one becomes to refuse. Because now, you're not just protecting the relationship, you're protecting the decision to have stayed the first 10 times. Every extra chance you give raises the cost of admitting it was a mistake, so you keep paying, and paying, and paying. This is called the sunk cost trap, and it doesn't care how smart you are, it only cares how much you've already invested. This is why smart people stay, not because they can't see the pattern, because seeing the pattern means confronting how much they've already lost, and that feels unbearable. So the brain does the easier math. One more chance feels smaller than admitting all the chances before it meant nothing. There's something else going on too, something quieter, and honestly, something that explains almost everything. When someone hurts you and then treats you well again, your body doesn't process it as neutral. It processes it as relief, and relief feels like love. It isn't. It's just your nervous system finally calming down after being on high alert. You start chasing that calm after the storm feeling and calling it connection. The chaos becomes the price you pay to feel the relief, and over time, you start needing the storm just to feel the relief again. This is why the good moments with a difficult person can feel more intense than the good moments with a kind, steady one. It's not because the difficult person loves you more, it's because your nervous system has been trained to mistake intensity for intimacy. That's not a flaw in your character. That's biology being hijacked by a bad pattern. But once you see it, you can stop mistaking the symptom for the cure. There's one more piece to this, and it's the one people talk about the least: familiarity. If you grew up around inconsistency, around love that had to be earned or managed or walked on eggshells for, then chaos doesn't feel like a red flag to you. It feels like home. Calm, steady, low-drama love can actually feel suspicious, even boring, to a nervous system that learned love should be unpredictable. So you're not just staying because of this one person. You might be staying because this feels like the only shape love has ever taken. That's worth sitting with, not to blame anyone, but because you can't fix a pattern you don't recognize as a pattern. Let's make this real for a second. Picture the third time, not the first fight, the third one. You already have the script memorized. They say something that cuts deep, or they disappear for 2 days, or they break a promise you both said mattered. Then comes the message. I know I messed up. I'll do better. You mean everything to me. And something in your chest loosens, just slightly, because part of you was terrified this was actually over. That relief is so strong, it feels like proof. It isn't proof of anything, except that your body wanted the tension to stop. The words haven't changed anything. Your relief just made it feel like they had. This is the exact moment the pattern wins. Not during the fight, right here, in the soft landing after it. If you can learn to recognize this one moment, the relief moment, you can catch the cycle before it resets itself for the 100th time. So what do you actually do with all of this? Here's how to use everything you just learned, not someday, this week. Step 1. Name the pattern out loud to yourself the next time it starts. Not, he's stressed, or she didn't mean it. Say the real sentence. This is the cycle again. Say it even if nothing changes right away. Naming it breaks the trance, because right now the cycle survives on being invisible. The moment you name it, it loses some of its power over you. Step 2. Track the chances. Literally write them down. Every time you've forgiven the same behavior, every promise that didn't hold, not to shame yourself. To see the pattern in ink instead of in memory, because memory softens things and paper doesn't. Read that list back on a day when you're calm, not on a day when you're hurt. That's when it becomes undeniable. Step 3. Separate the person from the relief. Ask yourself, honestly, am I missing them, or am I missing the moment after the fight when things finally felt calm again? Those are two different things. Only one of them requires this specific person. The relief you're chasing can come from a relationship that never has to break in order to heal. Step 4. Set one non-negotiable. Not 10 rules you'll talk yourself out of. One single behavior that, if it happens again, means you leave without a debate, without a meeting, without a let's talk about it. Decide it now while you're calm, because deciding it in the moment is exactly how you talk yourself back in every single time. Step 5. Grieve the relationship before you need to leave it. Sit with the loss now, on your own terms, while you still have your dignity and your options intact. People who wait to grieve until after they've already been hurt again do it from a place of exhaustion. People who grieve early, while they still have power, do it from a place of strength. Let yourself feel sad about what this could have been. That sadness is not weakness. It's you finally being honest. One more thing worth saying clearly, none of this means you have to leave today, or that you're a failure if you're not ready to. This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. The goal isn't to never give another chance. The goal is to never give one blindly again. Now, before you go, I need to say something to you directly. You are not weak for staying this long. You are not foolish for hoping. You are not broken for wanting someone difficult to become easy to love. Wanting good things from people is not a character flaw. It never was. You don't owe anyone an explanation for finally choosing yourself. Not the person who hurt you, not the people who watched you stay and quietly wondered why, not even the version of you who gave chance after chance, because she was doing her best with what she believed love was supposed to look like at the time. You already knew how this story ends, but you get to write a different one starting now, not by hating who you were, by finally believing her when she says, enough. If this helped you understand yourself a little better, that's exactly why this channel exists. Every week, we break down the psychology behind the things you feel, but can't always explain. Hit subscribe, because the next video might explain the part of you that this one didn't, and if you want more of this, your next watch is right there on screen.